How's everybody doing? Very late in the night, so I don't want to make too much noise. So I'm taking off my headphones for a minute. Um, Psalms chapter 9, verses 1 and onward says, and I'm also quite sleepy. I will praise you, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will show all your marvelous works. Can't see my head, sorry about that. Okay, should be able to see it from here. I'll be glad and rejoice in you, and I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. Showing forth your marvelous works, to me, that's giving praise. I'm going to go in my bed and sleep in a couple of minutes, but I want to share some things with you guys. So I've been watching a number of things on social media, but today, of course, is the day where uh, okay, somebody just came back to their home. That's what's happening. Okay, yeah. Um, it's very late in the night. I was hearing a vehicle pull up. I just realized it's next door because it's a little bit strange. It's kind of late in the night. You don't expect a vehicle to be here. You hear a vehicle so loudly. I just heard one, and so I just pulled up. Yeah. So for me, the ultimate praise, of course, is actually embodying what somebody believes, their ideals, etc. This week, Aretha Franklin died. And so it's something where I just wanted to mention that wonderful lady as we look at her life and so on. I think it was a special tonight on, I can't remember, CNN. Excuse me, I'm sleepy. Whether it's on CNN or something, but her life was quite a life. And I try to tell each and every one of you guys that just make your life one where you can help other people. It's a much more meaningful life than just living life for yourself. So that's what I want to say about that. There's a couple of things I want to get into. So let's see if we can get into them. Uh, First of all, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing all right today. You guys are doing all right today. To open up some things so I can get to some things here. Okay, I found what I'm looking for. All right, so I'm going to go straight into what we're going to talk about today. As you can see, Release the Snyder Cut. It's talking about the Progress and Release the Snyder Cut movement. I'm going to give you some quick updates on that. Let's get to it. I'll be brief, so don't worry. Just getting myself set up here. Okay. All right, so let me just change the settings now and we can be up and away, okay? We're going into screen share now. So first of all, today, those of you who were supposed to send your letters, and I would have recommended 2 sets of people send their letters. People from France are supposed to send their letters today. So we'll check out that in a minute. And also people from Australia and Sri Lanka, you should have sent your letters today. For the latest, if you can, send your letters tomorrow. Okay. So France, you were up. Australia and Sri Lanka, I said that last night. All right. So that's the quick update on that. So we'll try and follow up on that while we're looking at Release the Snyder Cut. I'm going to go up on Twitter so you guys can have a look at that. So here is the Twitter feeds. As you can see, the hashtag there is Release the Snyder Cut. We're still on Twitter here. It's either Release the Snyder Cut is the search. So the latest things. Some guy named Wiggler says pitch hire James Gunn to help finish Release the Snyder Cut. I don't agree with that at all. Here's another guy. He's Jay. That's his name in the Release the Snyder Cut hashtag. And here he has a really wonderful photo here of Batman and Superman side by side. This, I think, is from the, they took these things. Excuse me, I just yawned. They took these things from the featured trailers where they were introducing all of the superheroes in their suits. This is, of course, before Henry Cavill had to do Mustache Gate, so this is really awesome to see. Pretty cool. So maybe on here we'll see some people who send off their letters. 29 minutes ago, I stand with Zod writer at DC Comics and Home Entertainment Release the Snyder Cut because we have the Jackal on our side. I don't know who the Jackal is. You're seeing these things the first time as I am. Here they're using 300 there with the Snyder Cut. Somebody's probably having a conversation. Jack Burton says me. Jack Burton, me, Film Exiles. Film Exiles is a group where some people are affiliated with one another. It says, oh, hey, Marvel fans. It's almost like that Release the Snyder Cut hashtag. Isn't this insane and useless campaign to get what we want? Jeez, who'd have thunk it? And here's the tweet that's specific to that. Notice this notice, hashtag Release James Gunn. And not to everyone replying, add James Gunn, and hashtag we are growth. Hashtags make it a trend. Make them listen, keep the momentum going. I know I left caps on. It's because I'm shouting in your timeline. Screw your spaceship. I mean Disney. Wow. So they're really against Disney at this point in time, which is interesting. And here they are again. Hashtag we are growth. Hashtag rehire James Gunn. I just sent another email after calling and saying my piece to Alan Holmes, guest relations department. Polite, heartfelt, and nervous, rewarding myself with cookies. I hope James feels the love even if he isn't watching Twitter. So there's some rehire James Gunn movement apparently. And apparently that movement, they're not seeing, now the Marvel fans can't say that the Release the Snyder Cut hashtag is insane and useless. You know, there were people trying to shut up, you know, the Release the Snyder Cut campaign. And here are now people saying rehire James Gunn to Marvel. So there you go. So Release the Snyder Cut hashtags here, but I'm looking for something that makes sense. Let's see. I'm just going to go through some of them here. So they're talking about what is the best bar scene here. And this is from Wonder Woman. It's from Suicide Squad's bar scene. This was from The Underground. And BVS, the bar scene there. You have Clark Kent at the bar here. There were two bar scenes, actually. There was another one with Lois Lane in the bar scene. I guess they wanted the main heroes or something. There's some interesting stuff on Twitter. If you guys are not on Twitter, man, you should check it out. Here we have Sam the Sci-Fi Stan. DCEU reissues coming October 2nd. Interestingly, the Justice League. One is the only one to say SE in the title. Standard edition, I guess, meaning something else is coming. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. DCEU reissues coming out October 2nd. Interestingly, the Justice League. One is the only one to say SE in the title. I don't know what he's talking about, but let's see. Here's Man of Steel Blu-ray. I guess this is the DCU reissues. That is to say, Man of Steel. I was assuming Batman v Superman would be in there. It's not. I don't see any SE there though. Justice League. SE. I don't think SE means anything. SE may just simply mean. Where did you see SE anyway? Maybe it just simply means standard edition, not Blu-ray or whatever. If you seek his monuments is for people wanting Brainiac as a villain for Man of Steel sequel. If you can't handle destructions and casualties. If you can't handle destruction and casualties in Man of Steel and BVS, you can't handle Brainiac either. Hashtag release the Snyder. True. Good point. Lance Deathstroke Fear says release the Snyder Cut. Dear Mr. Walter Amada, he wrote a letter. I guess he's from France, maybe. My name is Lance Fear, and I have been a fan and frequent theater patron for all things DC and Warner Brothers. Amidst all these comic book films being released, it's sometimes difficult for the general public to distinguish them. As where Zack Snyder's stint in the DC realm really stood out. Snyder is a phenomenal filmmaker, and he has a very dedicated fan base, as I'm sure you know. I know that Batman v Superman didn't get the critical acclaim you were hoping for, but as we both know, online critics are kind of a joke. BVS was groundbreaking in the superhero genre, and that's why Justice League felt like a regression, and disappointed so many Snyder and DC fans. Snyder's contribution to the superhero genre has always been debated and argued over. The best works in art usually are. This is a good thing. It represents a style of filmmaking that's almost lost among general audiences. That is, it doesn't hold your hand all the way through it like so many popular films of today. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, even Watchmen, and 300 were enormous breaths of fresh air. I'm glad to see that you're continuing to get unique filmmakers like James Wan and David Sandberg involved with your DC Comics properties. I'm sure by now you know I'm writing this letter, and you are certainly well aware of the Snyder Cut movement and how it's progressing. It certainly isn't diminishing in popularity, only growing. It would be truly an amazing gift to the fans of your films if you were to allow Zack Snyder to finish and release his cut of the film, similar to Richard Donner's cut of Superman, the movie, although it would be nice if we didn't have to wait nearly 40 years to get it. To summarize, this means so very, very much lots of fans. It was a little bit indistinguishable. We absolutely love the direction Snyder was taking DC films, and it would be such a good sign of good fate if you would release the director's cut of Justice League. That would completely rejuvenate our fans' faith in the studio. It would also really stick it to those internet bloggers and personalities that put so much effort into trying to get DC films to fail. Send the message clear that we support our fans and creative talent, not those that live to badmouth creative properties and filmmakers and actors that represent them. If you make this happen, we, the fans, will be forever grateful, and I will undoubtedly support the Snyder Cut and all of the future WB and DC films. Best wishes, Lance. The only thing Lance did not do, and I'm going to leave a comment to him, is he didn't personalize it by having his signature. Because it's snail mail. Anyway, he did his best there. The Jackal says, okay, I'm going to change my stance on this subject now. Backing the release of Snyder Cut, I suddenly see how passionate about this Zod Rider is on this. I want to support his cause. I hated Man of Steel and BVS. I thought JLA was the best of the three, which still suck. I don't know why this continuously happens. Okay. I don't know what that's about. I'm just looking for more people who wrote their letters. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually read my letter for you guys in a minute. So you guys will know what the content of my letters that I wrote a while back. Here, Sergio L. just shows Superman in so many different backgrounds. Really nice editing here. Starting and stopping a lot, fortunately for us. Possibly the GIF will flow better. It's a big GIF, so that may be one of the reasons. This looks like this is from Man of Steel and BBS. I don't see any Justice League pieces there. Still really awesome. Aditya Prakash says, "We don't care what they say or think. We're not answerable to them in any way. Let them be haters and losers that they are. We continue to fight for the Snyder Cut." I guess that's somebody saying something bad about the release of Snyder Cut people or something. And this guy, his opinion is, "I think it's pretty much safe to say that the rehired James Gunn is the MCU fanboys' response to the DC World's fanboys' release of Snyder Cut. Both make zero sense at this point, and it's wasting precious terabytes of the internet." Again, this is a guy's opinion. What's interesting is these people trying to freeload on these hashtags to spread their hate or whatever. So there's this campaign trying to attack the both movements. I used to think that I would never spend my money on JL after the huge disappointment with the theatrical cut, but I understand that if WB sees we will support all of the DCU in spite of their mistakes, that might incentivize them to eventually release the Snyder Cut. I am not going to do that, I can tell you that. Uh, there's a lot of other stuff here. These are just rumors. Okay, so I was looking for people putting out their letters today, and not a whole bunch. Oh, here's somebody. Okay, so Lance Denstroke, there he is. Okay, great. He put a cover on it. Good stuff. So he's probably one of the few I see who did a letter. This is Fiona Zhang. It has something to do with Lois Lane and Clark Kent having sex. I was looking for more people with letters. That's all, guys. If you're bored stiff, don't worry about it. Laura Van defied the conventions of a planet by getting pregnant. Made the sacrifice of separating herself from her newborn baby, hoping to save him. Remained strong and participated in the imprisonment of the one who killed her husband. A total badass. Yeah, that's true. To some degree. I was looking for more people who wrote letters, but there's not a lot more. Okay. Anyway, let me give you a quick update on something else that's going on in Twitter. So in Twitter, we have this poll, and the update for the poll is it's going to close off in a couple hours' time this Saturday, but basically there's 14 hours left. It's 2,232 votes. 94% of those votes, people voted for the Snyder Cut, which is very good. We want to get those numbers up. If you guys can make a late push on Twitter, that would be awesome, guys. Okay, now I'm not talking very loud, as you can tell, right? But I just wanted to show you guys this, and now I'm just going to read my letter to you guys so you can know what my letter is going to be. I'm going to be posting my letter Monday, so let me get to it so you guys can hear what that letter is about. My letter goes like this. Mr. Walter Hamada, I am Anson Phillip from Trinidad and Tobago, and I have seen every single DC Films movie since Man of Steel. In fact, I've seen Man of Steel 6 times in the cinema, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice 10 times, Suicide Squad 2 times, Wonder Woman 3 times, and Justice League 10 times. I have in the past relentlessly defended Justice League while it was playing in theaters because I truly believed, given the circumstances, that it was the best possible cut. I was therefore quite angry and disappointed to realize I was misinformed when the deleted scenes of Superman appeared on Blu-ray and DVD, and it opened my eyes to the fact that there is a cut that Zack Snyder did that had 100% principal photography shot, all of the story covered, and that the reshoots done by Whedon were very much inferior to the originals done by Zack Snyder. I believe Zack's vision I got interested in the DCU 4 was not fully actualized in Justice League. I would like to let you know that I have spoken to my friends about a Snyder Cut, and they would love you to release the Snyder Cut. I have purchased a copy of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice as a digital copy, and would not hesitate to purchase the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I must say what I saw dampened my love for the DCU going forward. I hope you can restore it once again. Yours, hopefully, Anthony Phillip, DC film fan of the first 5 DC films. So that's the film I'm sending to Walter Hamada in my own handwriting. It'll be a picture of myself. I don't think I'm going to do anything extra. I'm going to have it as a beautiful, glowing letter, that kind of thing, and just straight to the point. And that'll be sent on Monday, so you guys could have heard that. So, let me come out of this. Let me come out of screen share for a minute and see what you guys have to say, if you guys are even up at this point in time. Apparently you are. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so there were 4 people watching this chat, which is pretty interesting. No one said hello, though, so that means you guys might want to go in your bed and sleep. So as it is, your boy is finished talking about those updates. There's not a whole lot more I can say, because as you can see, I'm sleepy, and it's 12:36 a.m. I gotta go drink some more water before I go to sleep, but I wanted to just share that with you guys, say hello, let you guys see my face, and then get out of here, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys have a good night. T&J Ayala, Dave Eaton, Leroy Kong, something films. I forgot what it's, Goat Films, and the other people who I might have forgotten. Sorry about that, guys. There's a bunch of you that come through. I want to wish you guys a good night. If you can, on Twitter, try to share as much of the poll as possible. We only got 14 more hours before the poll closes. If we had more time, we could always get more people on board. But with 1% of uh, the fan base for Justice League, at least from Twitter, the people interested about the film and Twitter, we found out that 94, 95, or 96% of the people want the Snyder Cut. Of course, we'll have to increase the size of the survey, but still a nice little taste. I would love to get somewhere around 10% or even close to 100% of the people, and that would really give a good signal to Warner Brothers concerning the Snyder Cut. But it's still a good start. It'll be interesting to see how far it goes. I will try and redo the poll again as soon as it closes. I'll have a second poll. And again, you guys encourage a lot of people to participate. Let's get those numbers higher than they currently are. So that's all I got to say to you guys. Have a blessed night. It is late in the night, so I don't fault anyone for not being able to comment at this time. Have a good one, guys.